I believe in the morning, walking in the footsteps of dead men. I believe in with my mother's warning, I'll be a dead man when I get back. People keep telling me I'm no good. People keep telling me I'm no use. I keep breathing in and breathing out, walking in a dead man's shoes. I've been walking red dirt and gravel, haven't seen anybody with eyes like mine. It's a lonesome road I travel, water here always tastes like wine. Water here always tastes like wine. People keep turning their heads the wrong way, towards pretty faces on the avenue. If you're wise, you'll keep your eyes wide open. Find me walking in a dead man's shoes. Find me walking in a dead man's shoes. I don't want respect or recognition, just let me go on my way. I don't want one woman's affection, I need 3 or 4 a day. I ain't looking for love, I ain't looking for nothing. No, I don't have a few loose screws. Stand to the side when you see me coming, walking in a dead man's shoes. Walking in a dead man's shoes. I'm walking in a dead man's shoes.
Yeehaw.
Hey.
How'd that feel?
Felt good. This is the first time I picked up a guitar in about 1.5 years.
Oh my goodness, that's travesty.
Yeah, it's something.
That's travesty. That's my word of the day. What do you think, folks?
I mean, I picked one. I picked it up a few times over the past 1.5 years.
Did it feel heavier than you remember? You look like you've been working out. You've been working out?
Yeah. Lifting the remote control.
Hell yeah.
Doing a lot of that. Yeah, I know. It's just it's COVID weight that I put on.
Well, it looks like muscle from where I'm sitting.
Then it'll be muscle. Yeah. From here on out, nothing but muscle.
And that's what I like to hear. Happy Thursday, folks.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. We got Roger Hoover in the house. Been looking forward to this one. Let us know how things are looking and sounding. Join those comments. It's close. It's close to being close to you. What do you think? It's nice seeing your friends' names up there, isn't it?
It is. It is nice seeing. We've got some people from Oklahoma. How's OKC doing tonight? Man, had some good times in Oklahoma City. I don't even know if I could talk about them. Let's give it some time.
8 o'clock. It's after dark. There's no rules here.
There's a lot. There's more places I've not had a good time in. But yeah, OKC. Nice to see some OKC people. Oh, some Florida people. Man, this is awesome. So yeah, I haven't played a live show since New Year's Eve going into 2020, and sort of hidden out. I tell my friends and my wife that I've been on a long, slow, deliberate process of disappearing.
Oh my. Don't disappear on us.
But you didn't let me.
That's right.
You wouldn't let me disappear.
Not on my watch. We roped him back in, folks, just for you. For one night only.
One night only.
Hopefully that's not the
my only show of the year.
Oh my.
I'll come back.
All right.
Come back.
We're going to be doing house concerts as soon as everyone's getting all shot up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be nice.
Yeah.
Hey, if you guys want to hear anything, throw a comment up, and I'll see if I can do it. If I can remember the words. But next tune I'm gonna do is, I love dark humor. It helps like carry me through things. And so, this song I wrote. You know, at the moment I was in a really dark place. I was in. Most of you folks know I've had issues with panic and anxiety disorder. And this tune I wrote about 2005. Fuck, I'm old. That's 16 years ago.
Whoa.
Yeah.
2005 is 16 years ago?
It was.
Damn.
Yeah. That's a long time. And we were on tour, and we played a show in Terre Haute, Indiana, or stopped over, and we were traveling. It was wintertime, so we had our van, and this one time we decided to put all of our luggage on top of the van, and I don't know what we wrapped our luggage in. It was slightly more than a garbage bag. And so it snowed and rained the whole drive. So all my clothes were wet, just like soaking wet. And my bag was the only bag that got drenched. And I was already like paranoid, like if I'm going to die tonight, where's the closest hospital type of situation. And it was like nobody in this town gave a shit about any of us, you know? And I was just missing my family and payphones we're going back to payphones.
Payphones. I think I've seen that in a movie.
I had to call collect from the one payphone in Terre Haute, Indiana.
I remember all those commercials. 1-800-COLLECT was a very popular commercial.
And that's a great number to dial if you ever need help. Can you still do it? 1-800-COLLECT? I doubt it.
I don't know.
Somebody's collecting.
Would that work on a cell phone?
Probably
it
not.
wouldn't, right?
No. Well, nobody picked up, and so I just try to make the best out of a bad situation, and wrote "Pick Up, I'm Calling." A lot of folks know this tune.
Oh yeah.
And it can seem a little dark, so a lot of my stuff can seem a little dark. But I want you to know, I'm a jolly person.
He's very jolly, folks.
Overall, I'm happy, and writing songs is really like a cathartic process for me, and it's like taking a vaccine.
Nice.
And getting rid of that
full circle
stuff.
Appreciate that.
Here we go.
A man of science.
There's a half moon on the horizon. Tell me, where should I be? Outside Terre Haute, far from you, Annalie. See nothing but a bad look from a dime store cashier, with earth cut for rail cars and men slaughtering steer. The moon hangs like a puppet strung up by fine lace, left to rot before daylight with the rest of this place. So please pick up, I'm calling Annalie. I feel like falling, and this half moon's looking on me with a sneer, forgotten every reason I ever came here. I know this road well, but I never felt more lost. I don't see much haze since I quit drinking the sauce. Swear by the stars that shine down on me, I've never been more in love than I am with you, Annalie. Tell my daughters I'll be home in 3 days. Tell my brother and cousins I'll bring home Beaujolais. 'Cause I'm walking a straight line, trying hard not to sin. But Terre Haute, Indiana's got me drinking again. So please pick up, I'm calling Annalie. I feel like falling, and this half moon's looking on me with a sneer. Forgotten every reason I ever came here. No, this ain't a tall tale, man, it's true life exposed through the eyes of a madman with a Pinocchio nose. Some roads will lead you one way and some will drive you to the ground. Some roads will lead you right back into town. So please pick up, I'm calling Annalie. I feel like falling, and this half moon's looking on me with a sneer. Forgotten every reason I ever came here. Yeah, that feels good.
Oh man, sounds killer.
Who else we got here? Joseph Innocenti. How's Chicago, buddy? Joseph's a wonderful painter. I don't know what he's up to these days.
What's his favorite color?
Oh man, I never asked him that. We never got that intimate.
Yeah, these are the important questions. That's why you got me, Roger.
Joseph, what's your favorite color, man? Come on, share
Open
with
up.
everybody.
Open up.
Eric Clapton tonight. Where's he at? Slow hand.
Classic Dave. Nice to see you, Dave. It's nice to see some familiar faces and a lot of new folks.
Yeah.
He must be a popular guy.
Joseph's favorite color is blue.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Man.
There's a lot of
blue.
different hues, man. What type of blue, Joe? Come on, give me the paint.
Yeah, come on, Joe. So, folks, one thing I will say, and I'm going to drop some links to the way you can support the artist tonight, but then also the way that you can help us the most is let's share this stream out. So right now, if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, whatever it is, if you could go ahead and share that stream, that lets us get this music tonight to as many folks as we can. And I'll drop those links in the comments, but we appreciate you all so much for joining us tonight. This is really cool.
Yeah, everybody, if you don't know, there are folks tuning in from all over the place. That's Ben Gage. He's a songwriter, musician himself, who started putting this series together right around the time, right shortly after COVID hit, as a way to connect people and allow songwriters to connect with their audiences. Strange times today for all of us, but it's going to be all right. Everything's going to be just fine. Let's get some tunes. Got a couple requests. Elise, let's do that one. Roger Hoover's Dream. It's my dream. Stay out of it. Wake up in the morning, sound of a guitar strum, tend to the farm some, kids playing in the hay. My daughter's all in pigtails, but she never cries. She's got her mother's hair, she's got a father's eyes. Down the road some, my brother's very Neil Young. He's shooting off his 6 gun just to scare the crows away. Flowers grow in batches by my father's ashes, where the thunder and lightning crashes. That's the way my father was. Sipping whiskey by long-handled tablespoon, giving up singing the rock and roll tunes. I wake up in the morning, the sound of a guitar strum. I tend to the farm song, with kids playing in the hay. My daughter's all in pigtails, but she never cries. She's got her mother's hair, she's got her father's eyes. Sipping whiskey by a long-handled tablespoon, I'm giving up singing the rock and roll tunes. All right. Been a while since we've done that one.
So that was actually probably the first time. Let's see. Probably the first time I ever saw you was actually at the GR Hall, I think. It was for one of those sort of music festivals that Karen puts on.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, I don't know if you were playing with Ray. I think it was maybe like the year before you and Ray were playing a lot together.
Yeah.
For anyone that doesn't know, Ray Flanagan, fantastic. And the two of them together, it's out of control. But I heard you play that at the GR Hall, where everyone was just hushed.
Right.
And I love that song.
The GAR is a very special place.
It really is.
Not just in Northeast Ohio. I've toured a lot all over the place, and the GAR Hall, there are 2 great listening rooms, in my opinion, in the United States. One is the Mucky Duck in Houston. I don't even know if it's still around, because it's been 8 or 9 years since I've played Houston, and the GAR Hall, and I don't know how they build it to where people come in and they know to listen. Yeah, I mean, people are hushed.
Yeah, and no one has to police it. Karen doesn't go around telling people to hush. They just
do.
They just do. It's something about the space.
Right.
It kind of commands the attention.
It does.
The artists that she picks, of course, do the same, but it's like not, you know how some venues have that built-in crowd? Mm-hmm. Well, GAR has that built-in command, the audience.
They do.
It's crazy.
They do.
It's crazy. If there's any other listening rooms around the country, drop them in the comments.
Oh yeah.
Maybe we'll get Roger out there.
I'll go.
Yeah, you'll hit back on the road?
Someday.
All right, brother.
Someday I will.
You heard it here, folks.
So that's Mike Price, my uncle-in-law. He's tuning in from Anchorage. Mike, are you in Anchorage tonight, or are you down in the desert? Let us know. But Mike, he's asking about some blues stuff. One of the best trips of actually the 2 best trips of my life were Mike was involved with that, my uncle-in-law. One was my honeymoon. He and his wife flew my wife and I up to Alaska. I think we spent 2 or 3 weeks there, and they just gave us a 4x4 and some camping gear and some fishing gear and a map. And Isabel and I cruised around. We spent a day or two in Anchorage, and then we hit the road. And the minute we pulled out, we put on some Neil Young, and we're both sentimental, you know.
Yeah.
Both just tears. I mean, the landscape, everything about Alaska is.
Never been. It seems amazing.
It's like falling in love. You know, you just know it.
Mm-hmm.
That's Alaska. Well, you can't appreciate it until you're there.
Oh man.
To see it.
Whoever wants to go to Alaska with me, let me know. We leave next week.
We should do a Northeastern Ohio Songwriter
The gears
Festival
are turning, folks.
in Anchorage, Alaska.
He's
Uncle Mike,
thinking.
make this happen.
Come on, Uncle Mike. Let's do it.
And the second trip was when I went with Uncle Mike and my father-in-law Bob to Turaweep, Arizona, the northern rim of the Grand Canyon.
Yeah. We were just talking about
Unbelievable
that,
trips. We just talked about that.
Yeah.
But Mike's talking about asking about some blues and stuff. So I got into blues, and I would say pre-World War II blues, which is before the Great Migration to Chicago and before a lot of blues went electric. I got into it when I first started playing music. I was into the records that my uncle had and my dad had, which was a lot of Neil Young, Led Zeppelin, Bob Dylan, Black Sabbath, Pink Floyd, and I still love that stuff. But I really wanted to play music with other people, and in Barberton at that time, there was nobody. My first band, we had a few jam sessions, was my buddy Al Fisher. He played bass, and we had a drummer, and his name is escaping me now, but he was apostolic, and he had to sneak out of his house through his window with his drum set and come over and play.
With a drum set, damn.
Yeah. So that band was never going to work.
Yeah.
Never. And so I had to dig a little bit deeper. And, my dad and my uncle, through their record collections and stuff, you could flip the record over and read descriptions. And so you see that Bob Dylan liked Blind Boy Fuller, or Jimi Hendrix liked Muddy Waters. And then I went back even further and started discovering guys like the Memphis Jug Band, stuff like that. And then I found a community, I guess, in Kent at Brady's Coffee Shop in the very early 90s, 1991, 92, and where they were playing this stuff. It was, at the time, something like outer space for me. But it was also something that I could play alone. I didn't have to have a band. But the problem was, one, at the time, you either had to find a record shop that carried the CDs, tapes, or vinyl of these musicians, or, like I did, I carried around a little tape recorder and recorded Patrick Sweeney, Eric Noden, Andy Cohen, John Mosey, Jen Maurer, Mike Lenz. Like, I was a 13-year-old kid sneaking into clubs.
Yeah. Check out the local badasses.
Recording them playing this stuff, and then going home and playing it. My little tape recorder had a slow motion thing on it, or half speed.
Oh, wow.
So I could go down half speed.
Dial it down to learn it.
And learn it.
Damn. That's dedication.
But then eventually, so I started learning all their songs, and then playing the Brady's open mic night. And, I played one, and there was a time where, like, most of these guys and gals were in the audience. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm playing their tunes. They weren't their songs. They were, I didn't know.
Right.
And Patrick Sweeney came up to me and introduced himself to me, and he's like, "Son, I'm gonna have to smash your fingers in the car door outside," something along those lines. But I had like found a home, I'd found a home where like I could learn from these people, and they were just like so gracious and welcoming to like this little kid. I was 13, 14, 15 years old, and it never seemed like age was a thing. They were just there and showing me things. And so this is one of the earliest blues tunes I learned off of Patrick Sweeney, who's in Nashville now. Incredible songwriter, incredible guitar player. Check him out. It's Furry Lewis Blues by Furry Lewis, and by all accounts that I've researched, the record was supposed to come out as Fury Lewis, right? But they misprinted it and put 2 R's.
Well, that's 2 for the price of 1. You can't complain about that.
No, but he went from Fury to Furry,
Small change makes a big difference.
So one of the things that makes it different, to get really technical for you, Mike, is that a lot of those early blues guys, they played in what's like it's called an open guitar tuning. So you can strum a chord without putting any fingers down, and you've got something that sounds good. Add some nuance in there, but it's like you got a whole band underneath your fingers. You get really loud and really quiet with it. So I'll go from Furry Lewis. I learned through playing old blues stuff a lot of these alternate tunings, and a lot of those alternate tunings I use now to write songs. They might not necessarily be blues influenced or sound bluesy, but they're definitely learned from years and years of like playing this song, listening to this song, knowing the tuning, knowing where things are. So it's a link in the chain. I'm gonna really mess this up because I'm playing bare-fingered here. I don't have my finger picks. Yeah.
I might have a thumb.
I'm good. It's like playing without a condom on.
Yeah, there you go. Wait, I never played a show without a condom on.
I'm going away, your crying won't make me stay. I'm going away, your crying won't make me stay. If I could leave here, I would leave here today. I'm going upstairs just to pack up all my clothes. Going upstairs just to pack up all my clothes. If you see her coming, won't you tell her I stepped outdoors? Well, now my first name is Furry, second name never been told. I've been waiting on you, baby, since you're 12 years old. I waited on you since you 12 years old. And my first name's Furry, second name ain't never been told. Just then I seen your woman, she made me think of mine. I start a conversation, try to keep from crying. I saw your woman, made me think of mine. I start a conversation to try to keep from crying. That train I ride is 16 coaches long. The train I ride is 16 coaches long. I'm gonna keep on riding till I get back home. I'm gonna away, your crying won't make me stay. I'm gonna away, your crying won't make me stay. If I could leave here, I would leave here today. It's a little rusty.
Oh
His
my
right hand's
God.
a little rusty. I rely on Ray to do all that stuff for me.
Oh, it's so incredible.
You know?
It's so incredible. So, folks that have ever, I play around a little bit, but Roger was one of those musicians that I just watched, kind of what you were talking about, like a hawk when I was first starting. But Mosey was one too. So Mosey, Roger, Ray, that stuff where you just get that thump and thumb, and that it's exactly what you're saying. It kind of opens up so much space for you to do things either vocally or whatever, because it's such a solid bass.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
the coolest music when you dig in.
Blues, early, Appalachian stuff, bluegrass.
Yeah.
It's the root of it is the root of all music.
I love it.
You know,
Backbone.
That tuning,
Which tuning is that again?
it's open G.
Yeah.
That's the Keith Richards tuning. I mean, without that tuning, the Stones, I mean,
Would you say you have a tuning that you gravitate towards as far as the open ones go?
I love G. I love open G because I've got the bottom D. When you go down and hit that chord, you got that bottom note.
Yeah. That's pretty sexy when you
I
can
like
just
the
do
fat
doom.
bottom.
Yeah. So would you say that's the one?
I love this one.
Yeah.
And it's the one
What's-
that
what's-
I learned it the earliest. So
The open G.
I'm comfortable in it. You know, I know where everything needs to be for my ears.
Well, and it doesn't hurt that you're playing on such a nice guitar. That guitar sounds mighty fine.
I have a story about this guitar.
Please. I love guitar stories.
It has been with me. I don't know. If you
Don't
can
get too
see
far away from that mic now. Can't hear your story.
So this guitar, it's a Gibson J45, which is a classic early day working man's guitar. I mean, you could beat this thing up, and it's still going to perform for you. But I had one. I had bought one when I was 18 or 19 years old, and I needed it. I saved up for it, worked my butt off for it. And then I forget exactly what happened, but my mom needed a car. So I traded it for a car for my mom.
Wow.
And I was at a bar in Barberton, the Star Inn. Shout out, the Star Inn.
Never been. Sounds magical.
I see what you did there. It is magical.
Yeah.
I was telling that story at a bar in Barberton at the Star Inn. Somebody asked me, what's your favorite guitar? And I said, this Gibson J45. It feels good in the hand. I like the tone of it. And I told that story. And then about a week, 10 days later, this showed up on my front porch in a box. And my Uncle Ralph and my Aunt Janet had bought it for me. Wow. And I've written every song I've written on this guitar. This guitar's been with me, through every up and down over the past 20 years.
That's amazing.
So
It's incredible how much of a companion your instrument becomes.
Oh yeah.
Especially a beautiful guitar.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's
hearing
an
the start of every crappy song, and it watches it come into come into being.
It puts up with a lot of
shit, and all the ones that never made it. That people will never get to hear, but the guitar did.
And I do think that there are songs in guitars.
Oh, I agree.
They force you to play a certain way. Their tonality, and this one has just been she's been good to me.
Yeah. Well, it's also, not to get too far out there, and I don't know the science behind it, but wood it's over years with the frequencies going through the wood, there's something there. I think John Mosey was telling me about it.
Yeah,
but
the wood expands, contracts.
So it kind of gets used to a certain set of notes, and then certain notes kind of resonate through the guitar a little bit better than others.
Absolutely.
And I really think that when you get to know your instrument so well, you can kind of pick up on those notes that really just sound so sweet.
Oh yeah.
And that kind of leads you towards a song.
Yeah, and you know what? 100 years from now, this is going to go through my family, and you can tell by looking at the back of a guitar what type of player played it. You can tell by the front too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of marks here. I don't strum so much. I finger pick. So there's not a lot of...
What's the back look? What do you mean there?
Oh, there's...
Oh, like on the neck.
It's
Yeah,
played.
yeah.
I mean, it's been played a lot.
That's true.
Thousands of hours of this thing. So, yeah, getting back to all that and those open tunings. The genre's different, but structurally it's a blues song. It's just the melody's different. Is full four scale, which happens to be a song that was inspired by my Aunt Janet's brother, Dale, who we called Dale the Whale because he was a fisherman, and he had all these like amazing tales of being out at sea, all over the world. And I always, like, in the back of my head, it was always there, like Dale and his adventures. And one day I just decided to like sort of take like my longing for something and his stories and combine the two. So there's a little bit of Dale in this song, like his stories. There's a little bit of me, and there's a lot of my dad in here, especially in the second verse. I talk about, there's so much I wanted to do besides fishing and fighting, but fishing and fighting were all I knew. I mean, that's my dad and Dale in a nutshell. These guys they can weather the storms. They've been in the storms. Still like to find peace. They want to cast. Yeah. And my dad, he was a very good boxer, and he just like fought his way through life. So I sort of pieced it all together and put together this song, Full Force Gale. It's on a album of mine from, I don't know, 10 years ago. It's out there.
I'll try and find the link to that. Folks, I've heard this song. You're in for a treat.
There was so much I wanted to tell you. I wanted to tell you before I left. One more trip out through the Atlantic, and I'll be home with enough money to buy you that wedding dress. These pictures you sent, though they were only meant for me, I couldn't help letting the other guys sneak a peek. And I know you'll be watching from a lighthouse, safe from rain. I'll be riding a full force gale into Maine. Now these sails are bending, I can't tell dusk from dawn. There's that low D.
Oh, I heard it.
I'm not sure if I'll ever make it home. There was so much I wanted to do besides fishing and fighting, but fishing and fighting were all that I knew. And I feel the rain on my fingers. Not so much left here to do except count the rolling waves. And I know you'll be watching from a lighthouse, safe from rain. I'll be riding a full force gale into Maine. Now these sails are bending and I can't tell dusk from dawn. I'm not sure if I'll ever make it home. There was so much I wanted to do besides fishing and fighting, but fishing and fighting were all that I knew. And I know you'll be watching from a lighthouse, safe from rain. I'll be riding a full force gale in the main. Now these sails are bending, I can't tell dusk from dawn. I'm not sure if I'll ever make it home. If I'll ever make it home. If I'll ever make it home. Thank you. Whew. There's a lot in there.
I was tapping as fast as I could.
Same tuning as the old blues tunes, Uncle Mike. Same chord structure, everything. Different melody.
It's incredible. Let's take a little moment here and who do we got? Who we got here? Sarah Horvath. Sarah Jane, how the heck are you? Kyle, right? Pretty incredible.
Doug McKean, full force jail. Oh, man, that's a long story. I'm not going to tell that one on the air.
Before the show, we were just swapping our jail stories.
Spent a night in the Put-in Bay jail.
Yeah, that's right, buddy.
That's a song. That's the opening of a song.
What's up, DJ? Hey, Shelby.
What other requests we got in there? I saw a few.
Well, we could scroll back up here. We got the technology to scroll here. And we love seeing all the love. Keep it coming in the comments. It's almost like you're actually with us. It really makes it pretty special.
Yeah, it is. Mike and Maggie, they're in Nevada. Beautiful spot. Oh, White Trash Girls. I'm not going there yet, Ryan. Ryan is a buddy of mine from Barberton. He lives in Florida now. And there was one of the best moments I had with Ryan was watching the Tribe play. And we were talking about Nolan Ryan hitting, gosh, I can't remember his name now.
I don't want to let you down, but if it's a sports question, I'm not your guy.
Well, this guy charged the mound, and Nolan
Mound
Ryan
is
was like
middle,
45.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the middle.
Not to show off, folks,
And Nolan Ryan whooped his ass.
because you're not allowed. That's pitchers only, right?
Pitchers only.
Get out of here. Well, doesn't sometime the guy that catches goes
guy
out
who
to the
catches
mound
is
and
the
like
catcher.
they aptly named? Don't they? Doesn't he go out there sometimes and then they like talk about something?
Come on, man.
Right?
Yeah, they talk. They talk sometimes. Spy stuff.
Spy stuff.
Yeah, it's secrets. Like
What's your favorite sport?
My favorite sport?
Yeah.
I love football.
You ever watch curling?
Now curling's that's a whole other thing.
Do you know that they spray tiny little beads of water on the ice? That's why those broom things work.
How else do you make ice? But
No.
no shit, man.
No. Okay, so they got the ice and then they sprinkle it with little water beads.
Okay.
And then those brooms,
Right.
they're going like that.
Yeah.
I always didn't really get what they were doing. I thought they were moving so fast that they were melting some of the ice.
Ah.
They're actually making it smooth. They're brushing away those water beads.
Why put them on in the first place if you're just going to brush them away?
Makes you think. It's the Canadian way.
Existential curling.
Yeah.
Things
Nothing
you learn
cuts.
on Gage
Nothing
House
cuts to your
sessions.
core. Yeah. What? So you said what? Football is your favorite?
I love football.
American football.
American football.
Because anyone watching across the pond, I get it. Catch. I wish that was just a sport.
No, I love
Because just a
I love-
plain game of catch is
Playing
pretty
game
fun.
of catch is great. I love baseball for the
Would you play catch with me sometime?
Absolutely. I'll play catch right now.
All right, guys. That's the
Let's
end of
take
our
a little
stream.
break.
Thank you so much. Shelby, you don't believe me? Water beats. It's true.
Well, I don't have any baseball songs or football songs, I don't think. I don't think I make any reference to those. I did see a request for Sweetie Angeline in there. We'll go ahead and do that one. Let's get that one out of the way real quick. Do you have a pick?
Yeah.
Top pick?
What millimeter you want?
They have different millimeters?
Well, I normally do kind of a thicker pick.
I'm good with that.
All right.
Yeah.
It's more of like a mandolin pick almost.
Okay, I'm cool.
Is that too thick?
No, that'll work.
Ooh, sounds nice.
Cup of coffee cures my nights before. When I find it hard to find a handle to my door, I feel your pain, baby. You should feel my pain sometime. When you can't wipe the red from your bloodshot eyes, there's a rhyme to the reason I'm looking down the barrel of a gun. And the words in my heart don't mean nothing to my tongue. I did you wrong, baby. These things are better left unsaid. No use pulling stitches from a healing wound again. And I've been double-crossed by people that I trusted the most. Well, you can't bend the bow and shoot an arrow at a ghost. I believe I'd buy a graveyard of my own. Gonna kill everybody that's ever done me wrong. See, to find a handle to my door. I feel your pain, baby. You sure feel my pain sometime. When you can't wipe the red from your bloodshot eyes. And there's a rhyme to the reason I'm looking down the barrel of a gun. And the words in my heart don't mean nothing to my tongue. Sweet Angeline, sweet Angeline. There we go.
Ooh. So good. How you feeling?
I feel great. It's like hanging out with all my best friends.
I love it.
Got you, got Odie.
How's this
Odie,
little
I'm
guy
a new
doing?
friend. You guys see Odie?
Oh, he's chilling out.
Yeah, this is my man. He is a wonderful,
He takes a little while, but once he warms up.
wonderful pup. And all of you, hanging out with you. Forever Highway.
Now, before you get to playing another song, I need to toot Roger's horn a little bit.
Yeah.
I think Roger is, he's one of, I mean, Northeast Ohio is constantly just blowing my mind. I mean, I live here, but you have all these people, so maybe I'm a little biased, but you have all these people that are just incredible, and you can kind of feel it when you talk to all these local musicians that there's a real culture of sort of passing the torch, even if that individual's torch has plenty of life left. Mm-hmm. You know, you were talking about John Mosey, you were talking about Jen Maurer, like folks that are still horribly active in our scene. They're incredible players, but they early on they take other musicians under their wing and either help them, inspire them. But Roger is no exception. I think that he's done some amazing stuff for this local scene and continues to do it. So it's an absolute treat and a privilege to have him on this show. I hope you folks are enjoying it. But follow what he does. Hopefully we'll be seeing him more. I think he's been hiding from us, but Roger is. I can think of 3 musicians that kind of set me on the path of wanting to be a songwriter, and Roger's right up there in the top 3. So
that means a lot. It does.
Yeah, he's an incredible guy. So please dig into his music. You will not be disappointed. I did drop a link to the PayPal. If you're enjoying what you hear, throw a couple bucks towards that. If you're a millionaire, you can do more than that, whatever you want. But that's just the same as a show. If you're going to a show and you throw a couple bucks in a guitar case, let us know that you like what you're hearing. This is a pretty cool show tonight. We're lucky to have folks like this in our backyard. So
let's take a little intermission. Can we take 5?
Take 5. We haven't
take 5.
We haven't done an intermission before. Yeah, sure. We'll do a little intermission. If folks, you stick around if we take a little break, let us know. Roger's going to play a song. You got a song to answer.
I'll do it. So this one is producer I worked with for a number of records. Like I took a batch of songs to him, I don't know, 6 years ago, and he said they're all garbage, and they were. There were some nuggets in there that were good, that carried over into what became Past Years. And I was still able to capture like what I wanted to express in that album, and do it better because of Ryan. Ryan Foltz has produced 4 or 5 of my albums. And this song came about sort of haphazardly. It was last minute. We were in a cabin in Pennsylvania, and he's like, Roger, you've never really like written a love song, like a gushy, I love you type of love song. Mm-hmm. And he challenged me to do it, and I'm like, okay, so you want me to do something, that's like winter thinks of spring, evening turns to dawn. He's like, yeah. I'm like, cool, we got the chorus. Now the rest of the song is mine. And it's going to be about a shipwreck and prostitutes and gambling. And he's like, deal. So
that's a fair deal.
I wrote this song, but it was a group effort. It was, Ryan and his wife, Phoebe. Phoebe was on like Wikipedia researching train wrecks or shipwrecks for me, like Lake Erie, Midwest shipwrecks. I'm like, I need a boat. I need a good boat name. And one that ended in total catastrophe. And Kevin Martinez, phenomenal musician, upright.
One of the best.
He was there, and he was just... So, I get credit for the song, but it was a group effort. But the sentiment is all mine.
Let's hear it.
I was on the Morning Star, and I just rode into town. Whenever I meet with a deck of cards, I lay my money down. Hadn't been in Escanaba many more weeks than 3 when I fell in love with a pretty little girl who fell in love with me. Like winter thinks of spring, evening turns to dawn. I hear the brass bells ring. I must be moving on. Must be moving on. I threw a jack of diamonds when I overheard her say, I move about the night and I've never seen the day. She took me to the cabin, led me by my hands, and whispered in my ear, I love a steamboat man. Like winter thinks of spring, evening turns to dawn. I hear the brass bells ring. I must be moving on. Must be moving on. She's just as good a light was ever carried. Just as good a light was ever shone. Of all the women I could have married, she's just as good a woman I've ever known. And now I am the captain, and the morning star's my own. Fire up the coal, boys, we must be going home. Back to our wives and children through a raging storm. Like winter thinks of spring, evening turns to dawn. I hear the brass bells ring. I must be moving on. But you're always on my mind, always on my mind. Hey-oh.
Hell yeah. All right, folks, this is what we're going to do. We're going to give Roger here. We're going to take just a short break.
Yeah.
And we're going to come back.
I love my breaks.
Well, because typically, you know the drill, but we're going to do a special show. We're going to go a little bit later tonight, as late as you guys want. So get cozy, keep your screens up.
Yeah.
Go ahead and grab yourself a drink, go to the bathroom real fast, come right back here. If you want, talk amongst yourself in the comments. This is a perfect time to follow that link and drop a couple bucks towards Roger.
If you've got any questions, you want to know about a song, or you want to know anything, shoot it in there. Let's hang out. Let's talk.
Yep. Fill those comments up, and we'll be right back.
Yeah. Thanks for sticking around, folks. Glad that you did. See a lot of questions up here about St. John, song off the last record, and where that came from. My brother-in-law's middle name is St. John, which the British pronunciation is St. John. So we know him as St. John, and he is a service member. He's been in the Navy for almost 10 years now, and he was away from the family quite a bit. Still is. He's in and out doing his thing, and I wanted to write a song about being away from home. We have our lives going on here, and he's always he's in the periphery. And he's doing his thing, and we don't always know what it's about. And I just wanted to send him a message that to let him know that he's not alone. That when he needs us, he can call. He can pick up the phone. He can visit us when he's back in town, and just don't want him to feel so alone. But the songs have a strange life for a songwriter. You write them with one intention. And then for me, at least, as time goes by, they sort of take on an entirely new meaning. And this song has done that in a few different cycles. But lately, through COVID, the song's meant something different to me. And I think it's a song that everybody can relate to. That you're not alone. We feel isolated right now. But sometimes it takes a lot to reach out to people. And, maybe this song can inspire you to, one, not feel so alone, not feel like you're going through this human experience by yourself, and also inspire you to reach out if you need help, whether it's a friend or a family member or counseling or, whatever. You have to take care of, what's inside. Totally. And you have to do that so you don't feel alone. No matter how alone you feel at times, you're not. There are people out there that will come to your side and help pull you through things. So this song, for me, right now, sort of embodies that. We're in isolation, but we're not. We can connect. We're connecting right now over science.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. We have tools at our disposal to stay connected like never before. But
oh yeah, so this is one of those things. We're connecting. I feel the love.
Amen.
So I'll play that.
Beautiful.
St. John. Sometimes you have to be alone. Sometimes you have to roll the stone back to the top of the hill and then watch it roll back down again. But you don't have to walk on your knees. 100 miles alone with what you see. St. John of happiness, St. John of the untamed storm. It's time you come home. Sometimes you need to close your eyes, ride the wind and ride the blinds. Sometimes you need to feel the quiet wane from deep inside a hurricane. But you don't have to walk walk on your knees. 100 miles, alone with what you see. St. John of happiness, St. John of the untamed storm. It's time you come home. It's time you come home. Sometimes you have to go it all alone. And sometimes you need a little help to roll away the stone. Well, you don't have to walk on your knees. 100 miles, alone with what you see. St. John of happiness, St. John of the untamed storm. It's time you come home. It's time you come home. It's time you come home.
Man, what a tune.
Yeah, that one's... I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever, and maybe that's the one, do you ever any of your songs that sometimes you're playing and it hits so right that it even kind of chokes you up when you're playing? Is maybe that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, many times. It happened a lot more when I was younger, because I had written a bunch of songs in my late teens, my early 20s. Nothing that I felt connected to until my dad passed away, and I wrote.
You were how old?
I was 23.
Wow.
And because of the situation, I had to sign the paperwork to pull the plug on him.
Shit.
And I went home that night. Well, first, I wanted to go get a drink after he had passed.
Mm-hmm.
And so my good friend Freddie Hill, who is in the Whiskey Hounds, guitar player, now a phenomenal woodworker, he's like, "Where do you want to go?" I'm like, "I want to go somewhere where nobody knows who we are." So it was the first time in years I'd been back to my hometown, Barberton. I don't know why. It was close, probably. It was close.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to the corner in Barberton and had a few drinks. Somebody asked, "Hey, your name's Roger Hoover. How's your dad?" My dad's name was Roger Hoover. I said, "Oh, he actually just passed away tonight." And he bought me a drink. And then in 45 minutes, the bar was filled with people that knew my dad. And then that night I went home and I wrote 6 out of the 11 songs on our first album. Dead Man's Shoes, which I played to kick off the night, was one of the first ones I wrote. Sweet Angeline, which I played. I also wrote that. And a couple others. And those songs, those first years when we were performing them, there were nights where it was a cathartic experience for me to write those songs.
Yeah, but playing
them.
Stirred it all back up. Huh?
Oh, man. Yeah. For years. And there are still moments where, like Roger Hoover's Dream, where I talk about, my dad was still a part of my songs back then. Mm-hmm. And that was my 3rd or 4th album, but he was still there. And that song for years, there were some moments, and even now, where the band will do something on stage that reinforces what I'm singing about, and it'll hit me hard, and I'll have to turn around and hold back a tear or two.
Sure.
But I'm at the same time, like I'm living in that, it'll transport you back to a moment that you wrote about, but you're also in awe and appreciation of the band members on stage that are able to hear and reinforce like that feeling, like they capture it. And like every single person that has come through my life is like a Roger Hoover band member, and I could name every single one. Like they have all like reinforced what they've made the choices musically to reinforce what I'm singing about. You know,
it's pretty incredible when you find folks like that.
Oh yeah,
that kind of get behind the songs that you write.
Oh,
respect the emotion that kind of is underlying on that song, and then just crank it up to 11. That's
absolutely. You
special.
know, they've like. There's so much that goes into like writing a song. You know, you've got it. It's you. It's a personal thing, and then you share it with your band members, which is different in how they interpret it, right? There's
that can be a hard moment too.
It is
when you're bringing a new song to these group of people that you respect as players, and as musicians, and then you're like, man, I hope they fucking like this, and then, yeah, when you have those right people, they're just like, hell yeah, Roger, check this out.
I have been so fortunate in that every band member has always interpreted the songs. I've always tried to, like, I'm not gonna direct them and tell them exactly what to do.
Yeah.
I allow them to be themselves and bring their experience to it. I think. I mean, they would have to chime in here.
Yeah.
And let you know. And I know any a few of them are on here.
Any of Roger's bandmates, let us know.
But they interpret the songs incredibly well and like fulfill my vision. And it takes a lot of trust, like on my end.
Yeah.
Any songwriter's end, to like trust your band to see that through. And I don't have a single...
To touch your babies, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, when they're formed, yeah. And when they're recorded, yes. And they're all, always kind of your children. But like...
If you think about it, the cool thing about that is with your bandmates, because, yeah, they start as, babies or whatever, but then this is a little maybe cheeseball, but you and your bandmates basically raise this song together. And so you think of all the times you performed it and all those feelings that you felt, or those moments where it's hit you. Right. It's probably hit them too. And you've got to see, as a band, you get to see a song kind of develop and become grown up.
Right.
It's a pretty intense thing. It's pretty magical.
I don't know if my songs have hit my band members. I don't know. I've never asked.
Who knows?
They've never told me. But the way they interpret them leads me to believe that there's some like gut to it. Yeah. That they attach to and they relate to and they express it.
Or at least through shows it's taken on some meaning.
Yeah.
That's kind of special to them.
Yeah. I'm thankful for all the band members out there tonight.
It's all the band members out there.
Oh yeah.
We love you.
Oh yeah.
Except Ray, get out here. Actually, I shouldn't. Ray just said a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Do you see what he said?
Yeah, they do it. They do it all the time. Man, we've got a lot of ballad requests, which, hey, I'm totally fine with that.
I don't think we've had a let's hear a good ballad.
Let's hear some. Yeah, I'm gonna do my best to remember. I'm gonna apologize because a lot of these songs I don't frequent them a lot. Like I don't sit around and play them at home. Kind of once I release them, they're out there in the world, and I don't think about them too much. And I'll perform them, and then they like live their cycle live, and then they kind of like die out, And I'll do my best. So stick with me. I apologize if I'm messing up words, but we'll do. I saw Enamorado, and then Be My Queen. So we'll do those two back to back and see what happens. Could you give me back the money we've been saving up? Headed for the road again. Cross the Mississippi into Washington. Don't want to marry down in New Orleans. I can see it in your eyes, you want to tear me up. The sound you breathe is just dead air. Times I feel like a ventriloquist, my hands between your ears. And I don't want to talk about it. No, I don't want to talk about it. We've been circling for years around it. That town was painted up, I had my pockets full with money just for throwing around. It's just enough to weigh me down, boys. You know it's just enough to weigh me down. And I don't want to talk about it. No, I don't want to talk about it. 'Cause we've been circling for years around it. In Amaretto on the road, and I'm left for dead. No forgiving what you done. There's no forgiving what you done. Now I missed some words there, and I apologize.
Go back and grab them.
There's somewhere out there. There's, you know, I put out I think 8 or 9 albums, and I don't sing these around the house a lot. So the words escape me from time to time. Take the pennies from your old milk jar. Place your second hand on a shuffled deck of cards. The feeling tastes so sweet, 'cause I've been using them all like they've been using me. And if you want to be my queen, you have to see that I'm no saint. Inside my head are falling on ears that have been dead. Get the feeling that you know too much about faith and God and such. Yet I can feel in your softest touch that you're holding on to this last broken crutch. If you want to be my queen, you have to see that I'm no saint. The words inside my head are falling on ears that have been dead. Take the pictures from your pocket, sit and listen to you talking on about the rain and all this snow. Unfold your arms some. You don't have to feel so lonesome when you know I'm on my way back home. see that I'm no saint. Words inside my head falling on ears that have been dead.
I don't know if I heard that one before. That's recorded though?
Yeah, it's my second album, Panic Blues. Yeah, it's an oldie.
I like that one.
It's an oldie. Thank you.
I like everything I'm hearing tonight.
My
Come
wife
on.
is chiming in. Thanks for listening, I was talking about you earlier with Ben about what a good woman does.
Yeah.
When you find her, transforms your life.
Truly.
Yeah. Makes you see a lot more in yourself and in the world around you.
Yeah.
Thanks
it was
for
beautiful.
tuning in, hon.
I could tell how much he is crazy about you and loves you just from the way he was talking. Getting all savvy.
I can't wait to get home. Like we're
that's a
gonna
beautiful
watch,
thing.
The great pottery throwdown. Have you seen this show?
No.
Oh, it's a BBC. New season aired tonight. Oh, it's
How many seasons are it?
4, maybe.
What does that look like? What's that show look like?
It's about making pottery.
You're into pottery.
Oh,
Right? Didn't you said you almost went to school for it?
yeah. I went to school for art. Yeah, not ceramics, but a great appreciation for it. Because at any time when you're spinning something on that wheel, your whole world can collapse. And you know what those people do? They just pick up another slab of clay, throw it back on the wheel, and they go back to town.
Start back over.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen? So there's this thing where you take some clay and then you go like this until it's long and skinny, and then you roll it up to a snail. I could show you that sometime if you want.
I would appreciate that.
You ever hear of that?
I have. That's new.
Advanced move.
It is advanced.
Looks just like a fucking snail. I'll show it to you sometime.
I appreciate it.
No problem.
All right, what do we got next? Who wants to do what?
Now remember, there's a little bit of a delay here, so
Yeah. Oh,
Let's see.
I'll talk for another 15 seconds, and they'll put something in.
I think we had some other ones up here too. Yeah, if there's something you want to hear, throw it in here. And Ray, I don't know if you saw my comment, but the ice cube tray is mine now. Ha ha. Actually, Roger, that fine ice cube that's in your drink, that's now slightly melted, that's courtesy of Mr. Ray Flanagan. He left like a sucker. He left his ice tray here. I use those ice cubes every morning because I make iced coffee, and they're huge ice cubes. Great ice cube tray. Lovely ice cube tray. Never in a million years, if that was mine, would I ever leave it at somebody's house. We got some here. Drifter, Just a Little, Used Cars.
Oh man, used cars.
That sounds interesting.
Man, let's start this one over. I wrote this one for my daughters because they were so used to, like, I wanted them to grow up. They were little, very little, and I wanted to sort of brainwash them into being used to driving in used cars because, you know, I was a broke musician. I'm like, I got to start them early.
New cars are a racket.
Not expecting something big out of me, you know? Like, you're going to be driving around in some jalopy.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's
Yeah.
more fun to say anyway.
But there's more to it.
Lamborghini's pretty fun to say,
Yeah.
actually.
I also want them to appreciate love, you know? Just love. And the little things, the stars at night. You know, it sounds cheesy and romantic. But there is some truth to just, like, slowing down, taking a pause, and appreciating the things that are around you, you know? Like Odie.
He's okay.
He's good. Let's try this. And don't you ever stop kissing under moonlight. And don't you ever stop wishing on a star. Don't you ever let money bring you down. As long as I am with you, I don't mind driving around in used cars. There will be days filled with sorrow. Seem like nothing will change our tomorrows. Happiness can't be bought or borrowed. We'll make it on our own. Just don't you ever stop kissing under moonlight. Don't you ever stop wishing on a star. And don't you ever let money bring you down. As long as I am with you, I don't mind driving around in used cars. You drive me crazy. Don't you ever stop kissing under moonlight. And don't you ever stop wishing on a star. And don't you ever let money bring you down. As long as I am with you, I don't mind driving round. I don't mind driving round. I don't mind driving round in used cars. That's an oldie.
Oh, man. I remember seeing you play that. Do you got a used car that's like your favorite? And actually, folks, feel free to chime in. You got a used car that was just like, it was just your favorite car that you've ever had?
I love a Volvo 240, man.
Wow.
Boxy.
What color?
It doesn't matter. Early 80s.
But did you have one?
Yeah, a few, 5 or 6.
Oh, you really like that car.
I love that car. And a Subaru Forester.
Yeah?
Forester?
Is that what you're rolling in now?
That's what I'm rolling in now, but it's not
I got an Outback.
Yeah, my wife she had a Subaru Forester, like early 2000s.
Yeah.
We had a lot of good trips. Family trips in that car.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it'll go anywhere and do anything.
Yeah, Subaru.
Sponsor me. Go anywhere, do anything.
Sponsor me.
Rogeroo.
Did you name your car?
I haven't named her yet.
I named my Subaru Ruth.
I mean, Ruth.
Think about it.
Think about it.
Subaru.
I'm partial.
No one likes that joke as much as I like it.
I'm partial to, the whole Captain Raj USS Midnight Toker thing. So I think my Subaru is going to be the
You're
USS.
pretty set on being a... Yeah, okay.
Midnight
I like
Toker,
it.
It's weird. As I've gotten older, I've started to like the weirdest music. I'm into like my whole Brian Eno ambient thing.
Okay.
But then there's another part of me that I have no idea where it came out of left field. Love Billy Joel now.
We were talking about... Billy Joel is the man.
Steve Miller. I want to get...
Steve Miller he said this thing because some of his songs kind of sound like other songs. And
all songs sound like other songs.
Well, that's totally true, but he's on record saying something to the effect where, why would I waste my time coming up with something new? There's something great over here. I'll just grab that. Take that.
Why not?
Yeah, I'm paraphrasing. Steve, if you're watching right now, he's a regular on this show. I'm just kidding, buddy. I'm just kidding, pal.
I don't know it.
Shelby knows that joke. She's laughing at my stupid Subaru joke.
Everybody loves your Subaru joke.
Greg's saying something about your van. Did you have a van?
Yeah, my van. I had the big green van. It was like a 18-passenger extended cab. We got rid of it.
No.
Yeah, a few months ago.
Oh, recent.
Yeah.
Why?
You know,
Hornets?
I didn't see any touring in my future, and I needed a daily. I mean, I was still driving a daily, but it's gone. Big Green is gone.
Ugh.
Yeah.
How'd that feel?
I missed it.
Yeah.
But it went to a good home.
That's good.
Yeah. Somebody will be traveling around in her.
There's something special about a musician and his band.
All right, I'm going to do this song because my buddy Tyler just talked about it all week, and it's not finished. But I started writing this song a few years ago, and I've almost finished it. I'll play what I can remember, but I love history, and this song, I was reading a lot about Teddy Roosevelt, and he lost his first wife, passed away, and then he like took off. He left New York and went out west alone for years, and he was notorious for writing in journals. And the only day he did not write anything was the day she died. All it has is an X in his journal.
Whoa.
So I've been like mulling over this song for a number of years. And Tyler, damn you, you better be listening, keeps asking to hear this song. So I'll play a little bit. I'm not going to remember the whole thing. When you left me, I didn't write it down. I live on both sides of the Missouri now. I don't want to live without Alice. I don't want to live without Alice Lee. When you left me, I didn't write it down. I live on both sides of the Missouri now. And I don't want to live without Alice. I don't want to live without Alice Lee. There you go, Tyler. I can't remember the rest of the words.
Oh, what a tease.
It'll be there someday. All right, let's get a few more.
Are we cheersing? Cheers, man. Oh,
Cheers.
you're grabbing a capo, not a drink. I got my drink.
Cocktail. Cheers. Thanks for having
Cheers. Ice brought to you by Ray Flanagan.
me. Down by the riverside, under October stars, that's where you kept me dry, in your shiny black car. Wednesday I walked down your basement stairs, my true love there. Sunday night, I'm told about expensive lives, and that the lines we walked became our alibi. Wednesday night stood still, hindsight obscure. I'll meet you by the mountainside. Meets the water.
Playing all these short ones now. It's like waiting for this song and keep going.
All right, let's do another.
Hell yeah.
Let's
Hell yeah, we're
at
doing
least
another.
one more.
Give the
Hey,
people
how
what
many
they
folks
want.
People are still sticking around?
Folks, put some love in the comments. There's a screen right in front of Roger,
Daniel.
so he can see.
Daniel's here.
He can see if you're there. I think he's maybe thinking you're not there, but I can see things that he can't. So I see these numbers. Go ahead and just say hello. Hello, Roger. Just put whatever you want. Let us know you're there. It's a beautiful thing. Just you wait. It'll come, Roger. You'll see.
Here comes the night and I'm feeling like a pistol whipped criminal. Got the one I love to hold me tight. She wraps her arms around me like thunderclouds do round a midday sun. Won't speak a word of harm to anyone. To the river song, from dusk till dawn we drive along, we ride along. Hearts like a motel, there be people stopping by, checking in and out. My love came through and she tore it down and took me to the countryside. No longer living in the city through the rust and rain, sleeping under steel and steam. Got more blood now than gasoline, with peace and quiet in the air. We belong to the river song. From dusk till dawn we ride along. We ride along. I'm cutting out all the fat, is what I'm doing.
Oh, we got a butcher in the house, folks. Well, I was trying to type and my keyboard got dumb, but I just want to say thank you all so much for joining us tonight. I think I'm not bringing anything to a close. I think Roger's got more songs, but I just want to say that thank you. I can't say thank you enough. We do this stream every other week. In 2 weeks, I think we have Taylor Lamborn, another incredible musician. But we're just so fortunate that we have such amazing people, not only the musicians, but the music lovers, not only locally, but we can connect with people all around the world doing the stream, things that we can't do even with a live show. So it's really something that we can all come together, even though we're so far apart. So we appreciate you more than you could ever know. Just dropping those hellos, those emojis, whatever it is in the comments, kind of creates those moments of connection. And we need you just as much as maybe you need us. So thank you so much. We love it.
Absolutely. Well said.
Yeah.
Let's maybe we'll end on this one.
Oh, I wasn't trying to get you to finish. Oh no, they're gonna hate me now.
We'll see how it goes. Got drunk early on blueberry wine, sugar sweet Mexican cigars. Everyone shuffled out of the rooms like paranoid burglars standing outside parked cars. Paying my rent with a Colt 45. Shout out the man in the moon. I'm a long way from East Texas, and I'll be there unless these $2 girls finish my $3 wine. Shine, shine, shine. Gotta leave behind this city in the shade. Move to where the weather warms my bones. The rail line's been busted and the old roads I've trusted are covered up in potholes and chimney smoke covered snow. Take to the river and I ain't coming back around unless the river dries up or I decide to drown. And I'll leave you a message, so keep this in mind. I'll be staying in Memphis drinking blueberry wine. Shine, 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 and it shines. Everybody's crying about something going wrong. I don't see anybody doing a thing. Feel like I'm living to be dying, loving and lying. Got a war raging inside, and to you I look the same. My father died when I was 23 years old, years before the devil bought his soul. If I do like my father, I'll end up just fine. I gotta bury my pistol in my blueberry wine. Shine, 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 shine. still got it.
Still got it. Never in question, my friend. Beautiful.
Well, let's do one more.
That's what I like to hear. I was sitting over here with my fingers crossed and my toes, my gross toes crossed. Imagine how long your toes would have to be able to cross them. Can you cross your toes?
I can't.
That's probably normal. That's probably good. Anyone on the stream, can you go cross your toes? Go. You should probably go to the doctor. Oh, boy. I don't have a camera angle that can catch that. He's drinking that Crown Royal. Hey, yes, I do.
Well, I'm going to do a song. Oh, man. I've been singing this song a long time.
Real fast, before you do that, once again, folks, I'm going to drop the PayPal link in the comments. If you liked what you heard, feel free to, not feel free, please tip the musician. That's the kind of the point of being a musician, right? Not really, but kind of. Anyway, tip your musician. I'm going to throw that link in there. Again, if you like Roger, if you love Roger, probably is more appropriate, follow him. We have all the links in the description so you can see what he's doing and you can see what's coming up. If you like the show, we also have some links there. You can follow what we do here. We do shows every other week, and there's some other things that we do every other week. We do some bluegrass streams and stuff like that. Go check the website. But again, Roger, thank you so much for being a guest tonight.
Oh.
Thank all of you beautiful people for tuning in and sharing the stream. Don't be strangers. Come back. I think we're going to sweet talk Roger into coming back.
Oh, I will.
And as soon as we can, we're also going to start going back to house concerts here. And we'll have a very limited guest list. But if you're interested in being on that guest list, keep your eyes open for that because those are pretty special nights. But until then, I think Roger's going to take us out.
I'll do one. I can't thank you enough for having me, Ben.
And
Love
you,
all of you for tuning in and listening. I will be back, and I will play all of the songs I didn't play.
Yeah, buddy.
I think I might have hit 15 or 20 songs. I probably have another 60.
Beautiful. That's what we like to hear.
So this is one I've been playing a long time. I've been playing it so long. One of the first songs I learned, I thought I was young when I learned it, and I thought my dad had written it, but I've since learned he didn't. It's called Moonshiner. It's a little dark. A lot of my songs are, and this falls in line. But I think it's a cathartic thing to get it out, release it, share it, feel it. And folks, if you're feeling alone tonight, you're not alone. It's been a tough time. Lots of trials for all of us. Reach out. Oh, Putting on the Ritz. Putting on the Ritz. It's a Young Frankenstein. Anyhow, I'm getting thrown off track here. I've been a moonshiner for 17 long years. I spent all my money, whiskey and beer. I go to some hollow and drain my still. If whiskey don't kill me, don't know what will. I go to some barroom, drink with my friends, with the women. They can't follow, see what I spend. God bless them, pretty women. I wish they was mine. Their breath is as sweet as the dew on the vine. Let me eat when I'm hungry. Let me drink when I'm dry. Give me $1 when I'm hard up. Religion when I die. Whole world's a bottle and life's but a dram. When the bottle gets empty, sure ain't worth a damn. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us tonight. I love you all.